is up, everyone? The LDB is back at it again, coming at you today with a video talking about damage to elites in Title Update 6. Now, I just got done watching the State of the Game, and Hamish had mentioned that a lot of people were frustrated that they can't get their damage to elites past 50 to 60%, and that's a big problem. That is definitely a big thing. Now, when I first logged on to TU6, I was just as confused, but I did find a nice little way to kind of reconfigure things to maximize your damage to elites as much as possible before they fix it, because Hamish did say that the devs were looking into it, but we all know how that goes. So as always, if you enjoy or find these videos helpful, definitely smash that like button, subscribe for future content. If you are new to the channel, make sure you got that notification bell on. We also have memberships available now, and feel free to drop a comment down there below letting everybody know what you're thinking about this, or you know, what you're thinking about Title Update 6 in general. So let's get into it. Alright everyone, so here we go. First things first, I just wanted to point out that this is not how I've been running the build as of lately. I simply swapped out a couple of pieces really quick just so that I could show you the difference between damage to elites before and after I mess around with the build. And again, we're only talking about a couple of pieces here, as well as talk about a very common problem that I think a lot of people are having now in TU6, and it has everything to do with the mask. So let's take a look at the mask here. And actually, while I have your attention, lend me your eyes and ears for just a moment. I wanted to show you guys this. This is a named high-end mask here. It is a Punch Drunk Duggan Harding mask. As you can see in the top right there, it is in all yellow letters compared to the white lettering that you typically get on gear. I almost threw it out, and then I noticed that, and I'm like, what is this? And I took a second look at the talent here, and it is also in yellow. We have Perfect Concussion. Headshots grant 20% headshot damage for 2 seconds, compared to regular concussion that only grants 15% headshot damage. So we're definitely looking at a new type of talent here. It even has a new symbol on the side there underneath the skull, and you know, we're definitely looking at a new talent type here. I don't know if it's just for the new talents that they just released, or if this is all across the board for any talent, that it's just really rare that you can just so happen to get something like this. Regardless, let me know down in the comments if you've gotten any kind of specialized gear like this, named gear. I've gotten the named weapons, at least a handful of them, but I have not seen this on a gear piece yet. So again, let me know down in the comments what kind of gear piece it was, what talent it was. I'm sure the community would also enjoy that as well. So back to the matter at hand. Alright, so again, just another normal, regular, everyday mask that you would normally see in TU5. We got a pretty decent damage to elite roll on there, 41%. Anything over 40%, I'd say you're pretty solid. Anything under 40%, you might want to grind and try and get another one. And that's a very key part to this as well, getting that super high roll damage to elites mask. You really do need one, and I'll show you why here in just a moment. Now also on this mask, we have plus 25% damage to elites with hard hitting. 25% now, that sounds awesome, but having it on the mask at the same time, I don't think is the right answer for it, and I'll show you why here. First, let's take a look at the stat sheet, go down to the damage to elites, and with my Eagle Bearer, I'm sitting at 66%. That's not very good. That really isn't. Even with the Eagle Bearer, that I still love it, 66% is not that good. Now, if I go to my P4, we're at 79%, and that is simply because of the mods that I have on it. So definitely go out, get those blueprints for the 8% damage to elite optic and the 5% damage to elite muzzle. That will definitely help your secondary out, well, my secondary in this case, or your primary, depending on what weapon you are using. Definitely help you out a lot. Now, we're still going to fix it. We're still going to make it go higher, and I'll show you how right now. We're going to go ahead and find a Badger mask that gives us another 7% damage to elites, and I also have that big damage to elite roll. That's why I was saying before, make sure you can find a mask with a huge damage to elite roll, and you know, maybe some health and health on a kill like I have here, you know, whatever you can get, and put that damage to elites on here, because when I do that, then we get another 7% damage to elites simply for using Badger. Now, I'm not just saying just use Badger just because it's an extra 7%. It gets a little bit more interesting here. Now, if I go ahead and swap over to, I think it was this one, right? Yeah, I think so. Put hard hitting on, per se, the gloves here. Now, I'm almost getting into best in slot area, but this way right here, let's take a look at the character sheet. Go down to the damage to elites. And as you can see now with my Eagle, I'm at 79%. And with my P4, I'm at 92%. So right there, just having your build configured that way, just swap out a couple things, swap a few things around, can really benefit you a lot. And the reason I say go with a Badger mask is because mask talents are very minimal. Unless you are going to be going with, per se, this new one, concussion, or some explosive damage, or like spotter, something like that, there's not a whole lot of really crucial talents on the mask, which is why I just said go with Badger, right? And then put the hard hitting somewhere else. That way, if you were to go with something like this, for instance, you just put the Duggan Harding on. Now we have to find somewhere to put the Badger. And what are you going to give up? This is pretty much best in slot. We have our Devastating here, giving us the weapon damage. We have our Patience here on the knee pads. We have hard hitting here. We have Bloodsucker. We have Armored. And the double stack does not work. If you go ahead and put this on here, and then you can see my armor and my health shoot up a little bit too. Boom. Right there. It's working out awesome. I've tested it out. It's definitely worth speccing into, trying it out a little bit different. And I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from about using the Badger mask. That way you don't have to sacrifice any more talents on the build. So really, that's about it, guys. That's how I got my damage to elites as high as I have. Again, they said on the State of the Game that they were going to be looking into it. The devs are going to try to fix something with it, but again, we all know how that goes, and I don't see them just diving right in tomorrow to try to fix damage to elites. I hope they do. Hey, prove me wrong, guys, but more than likely, this is how it's going to be for a little while, and hopefully this helps you out. If it did help you out, definitely smash that like button, subscribe for future content if you are new to the channel, make sure you got that notification bell on. We have memberships available as well now, and feel free to drop a comment below letting everybody know what you're thinking about this, and TU6 in general. So until next time, guys, I hope you take it easy. I will see you then. Later.